Now, since we've touched upon the Uttar Pradesh elections, which is going to happen very soon, now it's going to be a very, very important elections, not just for the BJP, but for every other party as well, because it is going to eventually determine what is going to happen in 2024. So, in that sense, what is the Uttar Pradesh BJP's trump card? What are they planning, and what is the strategy?
Again, the elections are 6 months away, and you said it is important for BJP. I also think it's the most important election in a 5-year cycle for BJP. One other reason it has become more important is because of what happened in West Bengal. Therefore, the next thing that BJP is planning here, there are full-fledged ways of winning elections. Now, there were some ifs and buts during the COVID second wave, but as we all know, the COVID second wave hit every part of the country with equal force, and no one was left untouched by it. Now, coming to the elections, I think there are 2-3 things very clear. When anyone who sees UP election right now, what do they see? They see there's this guy, Yogi Adityanath, with his full force, with his organization of the party, with the one of the most powerful politicians across country. In himself, not related to the party. Yogi Adityanath in himself is one of the most powerful politicians across country, because less than 50 years of age, he's been 5 terms members of parliament and the chief minister of the most populous state in the country. Right. Despite not coming from a a dominant caste in Uttar Pradesh, which are the OBCs. Despite not coming from the dominant caste in Uttar Pradesh, he has managed to achieve all that. So hats off, that's one. What do you see on the other side? You see on the other side, there's Akhilesh Yadav, who's trying to scramble things. You ask the talk here in UP is, and there's this joke going around that Congress has leadership, but it doesn't have people on ground, the organization. Samajwadi Party has organization, but it doesn't have leadership, because Akhilesh Yadav what has he done in last 2.5 years? Maybe post Lok Sabha, he has simply enjoyed the good food of home. That is the only thing that he has done in last 2.5 years. Still today itself, that people are roaming around, the organization is headless. Then there is BSP. Now, all of these people have got their own set of vote banks, and in a polity like Uttar Pradesh, it's very complicated in a lot of other states, because a lot of states are like two parties thing, that like Madhya Pradesh or a Rajasthan or a Gujarat. UP is 3-party, 4-party, sometimes 6-7 smaller parties too are involved in it. And that is why what Amit Shah did in 2014, that was pre-2014 Lok Sabha elections, is what BJP is relying upon. What he did at that point of time was that the most dominant caste in Uttar Pradesh are the Yadavs, who are firmly behind the Samajwadi Party. But what happened, and what used to happen pre-2014, was that Yadavs in UP have dominated others. They've even gone rogue, they were rampant, all sorts of things people have heard. You've heard the famous Badaयूं rape case, that the movie Article 15 may have said otherwise, but the primary accused in that was Yadav. Now, whenever an OBC sees Yadavs in power, they get scared. So this is the basic thing that Amit Shah did in 2014, was that he took all other OBCs apart from Yadavs and united them under the umbrella of Hindutva, where he said that, okay, we are giving representation to everyone, those who have not got representation in last 70 years. And that has worked wonders for BJP in UP. Since 2014, BJP has won every election with at least 3/4 majority. At least 3/4 majority. So that is working wonders for BJP even today. The non-Yadav OBC coalition that Amit Shah was able to form, they have allied with a couple of smaller regional parties, caste-based smaller parties with 5-10 seats here, a couple of districts there. They've tried to sort what we call, then they looked at the Dalit vote. Now, Dalit vote in UP is almost same as the Muslim vote in UP, which is 20%. Now, of all Dalit votes, there's a community called Jatavs. which is 50% of the Dalit votes. That means in total 10% of the total vote. You remove the Jatavs are firmly behind the Bahujan Samaj Party. Even today, they were with Bahujan Samaj Party 20, 30 years back. They are with BSP even today. But what Amit Shah managed to do again in 2014 was that he sort of removed Jatavs and got every other Dalit vote. So he called it a non-Yadav OBC, a non-Jatav Dalit. That's the program that BJP goes on in Uttar Pradesh. Non-Yadav OBCs, non-Jatav Dalits, and the upper castes. Of course, they have been the primary voters of BJP since a long time. Now, if you add all of these, that constitutes around 60 to 65% of the total vote. Now, the target is very simple. If we can target 60% of votes, we can easily get 40-45% of votes. We can easily have a 75% strike rate. And they have been doing exactly that since 2014 Lok Sabha elections, 2017 Vidhan Sabha elections, then again 2019 Lok Sabha elections, again Prime Minister Modi won with a huge majority, and the 2022 elections are going to be primarily fought on that. Now, the couple of new things that they have added this time around was that back in 2017 they did not have Yogi Adityanath as the face of the as a chief ministerial face. Yogi Adityanath brings a much more strong leadership, which is in general, this is not me saying, I think we've all seen the surveys that have happened over the years, and Yogi Adityanath has remained one of the most popular, if not the most popular chief minister over the years in the whole entire country. So that leadership added to the current social combination that has made BJP a very strong force to deal with. Now, the last elections that were there might have been something XYZ here or something ABC there. There might be some variations here and there, but more or less, if not 300, they got 325 seats out of 403. That's more than 3/4 majority. And that was the number that no one had ever achieved in Uttar Pradesh. Not even the Congress at the peak of Indira Gandhi could achieve 325 out of 403. And that was something that they did in 325 without giving a CM phase as strong as Yogi Adityanath. So as we all see and as we all hear, I think the general feeling is BJP is coming back, and BJP is coming back strongly. And Yogi Adityanath, by the way, will become the first chief minister in the history of, if he comes back, will become the first chief minister in the history of Uttar Pradesh, barring one chief minister, who will be the second chief minister in history of Uttar Pradesh to come back to power with a majority. So that's the basic thing of currently the political thing going on.
Thank you for that elaborate answer.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.